Hello! Another episode of I don't know what I'm doing. I look like fresh hell because I have been going through it this week. So I am going to do a blind tasting of commercially available stouts and porters. So I have made these stouts and porters blind by putting them in paper bags and blacking out the lid so I don't know which one is which. All of the porters and 4 of the stouts. So I'm going to try these. A porter emerged in London in the 18th century, and it was kind of like a mixture of different ales and like hoppier beers mixed with like darker and maybe like beer that had gone off. So there was stuff that was added to it to disguise the off flavor that you might get from an old beer. So the porter was born from that. Basically, the unanimous opinion on the internet is that a stout is a porter, but a porter isn't necessarily a stout. A stout came to be because it was a porter that was brewed to have a higher sugar content and higher alcohol content, if I remember that correctly. Brewers say that the difference between a porter and a stout is that porter has malted barley and a stout has unmalted roasted barley, which brings in some of like the roasted coffee flavors that you get in a stout. And for those who don't know, malted barley means that it has been germinated by soaking in water, and then that process is halted by rapidly drying the barley and then brewing with it. The more you know. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't even remember what I wrapped up first. I think it's porters. Trying porters together, and then I'll try stouts together. All these beers were bought at grocery stores around London. They are commercially available. They should be commercially available all over the UK. Let's see. Not quite as dark as I would have thought a porter to be. It smells a bit off as well. It smells a bit like spoiled milk. And also my flat is really loud. That's pretty good. It's not that sweet. Tastes a bit sour. There's a bit of like a caramel note, like almost like a toffee, but it's kind of like that sweetness that you get. It's a bit acrid. The sugar's been developed too much. It's not bad. I'd give it probably 2.75 out of 5. It's average. It's not fantastic. Don't have my socks blown off, but if I had a pint of that poured in a pub, I wouldn't be too upset. Average. Okay. B. Let's see. Bit darker colour. You can see the light through it. Dark amber colour. Ooh. Okay. That's pretty good. It smells a bit odd, like yogurt. It tastes, a bit like buttered toast, caramel, dark chocolate, a bit fudgy. Mouthfeel is just a bit weird for me because it's quite fizzy, but the mouthfeel's quite like lingering, like it's like sticky. So I'm gonna say like 3.5, 3.75 out of 5. It's average. Better than the first one. C. Right. Same like kind of weird yogurty smell. So again, this one is quite fizzy, which isn't a bad thing. It's like, it's a darker beer. I kind of want it to not be that like effervescent. I don't want my mouth to be confused. But yeah, lots of nice toffee again. Dark chocolate, black tea even. Not so much like coffee, but has like some tannins, drying my mouth out. But you know what? I think that this one is probably, I think it's better than the other two. It's pretty good. 3.75. It's kind of tied with B at this point. So D. So as you can see through it a little bit. That's no. Oh, no. It's like sour. Ugh. This is why I didn't like dark beer for a really, really long time. I'm a recent dark beer fan, but for years I couldn't stand it. Would not drink a dark beer. If that was something that was put in front of me, I would not touch it. This is 100% that. This is like 1.5 for me. It's sour. It's gone off. It is bad. Ugh. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that that is absolutely the worst. I don't know what it is yet, but it is 100% the worst. I'm gonna go back to A, taste that. God, that is miles better. That is miles better. This is like 0.5 star. And this is like definitely 2.75, I think is, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's the winner for me. C is the winner. Oh, but I don't know. No, there's like vanilla coming out now in B. It's a hard decision to make. C is the best all-rounder. It tastes sweet, it has caramel notes, there's a little bit of acidity in there. It's dark, it's hearty. I would give that one probably 4 stars out of 5. B it's got some vanilla notes on top of that toffee, a little bit of depth, which I really enjoy. And then A, yeah, okay, so in order of preference, it is B is my favourite, C is my second favourite, third, not bad, D, I would be so offended if you gave this to me. So let's reveal. It is, so it is Meantime Chocolate Porter, available at Waitrose and Tesco throughout the country. So if you don't have access to a fancy pants craft bottle shop, see if you can get this at Waitrose. Banger. Fuller's London Porter. I'm not surprised because I do love this porter. It is the one that changed my mind so many years ago. Great beer. Ah, it is King Goblin Imperial Ruby beer. It's not labeled as a porter, but it has all the ingredients of a porter, and it says, you know, it's packed full of all of the things that make a porter a porter. 4D. That's the worst. Sainsbury's brand London Porter. Taste the difference. Oh God, didn't I? So different, so bad. A beer packed with intense flavours of chocolate and spicy licorice. Guess what? It's bad. It's packed full of bad. Ugh. So yeah, I'm gonna save these and drink these later.